Hello, BookTube friends. I am here to tell you today about a new read-along that's going to be happening here on BookTube. It is for anyone who wants to read the entire catalog of books written by David McCullough, a wonderful history author, and I'm sure most of you are very well acquainted with him and have probably read one or two or more of his books. So this is for anyone who wants to read all of his books from the first one that he wrote chronologically to the very last one that he wrote. And he wrote during the years 1968, that's when his first book was published, up until his last publication is 2019. There were 12 books, and it's going to take a few years to get through these because some of these books are really big and thick books. So I have made a schedule. Here's the schedule that I have before me. And there's also a copy of this on my blog at lindajomartin.com if you're interested in the read-along at all, participating in whole or in part. Please go to my blog. You can download a PDF copy of the schedule, and you'll see that there are quite a few breaks. Now, because these books are big and long and they're just involved books, I made breaks in between every two or three so that we can have people who are slower readers catch up to where we are, or just take a break. Like the first break would be November, December 2004, because it's, well, holidays. And those who celebrate holidays might want to have some time off around that time. So here we go. The first book that is scheduled is for August 2024. I made it in August because I wanted to give you a little bit of time to get ready, maybe get past Jane Austen July and get past the summer of sport. So August 2024, we'll be reading The Johnstown Flood. This is the first book that he wrote. The subtitle is The Incredible Story Behind One of the Most Devastating Disasters America Has Ever Known. I've actually read this one already. It was good. It was really interesting. So it's 302 pages. He published it, or it was published in 1968, a long time ago. Well worth reading. The second book is scheduled for September and October 2024, and it is The Great Bridge, the epic story of the building of the Brooklyn Bridge, 608 pages. And it was published in 1972. Now, because it is over 500 pages, I gave the schedule 2 months, and it'll be September, October. And this particular book, I accidentally got an extra copy, and I'm giving away the second copy in a giveaway. So this is the official notice about the giveaway. If you are interested in reading The Great Bridge with us and learning more about the Brooklyn Bridge, then if you don't have a copy yet, let me know in the comments, and I will put the names of whoever wants that book into a hat, probably my official June on the Range cowboy hat, and I'll pull out a name, and whoever wins will get the book. It's brand new, never been read before, never touched by human hands, except I did touch the cover. So let me know if you want it. Leave me a comment, and I'll choose a winner. So then, like I said, November, December will be a break. No books scheduled. The next year, 2025, there are 5 books scheduled. The first one, which will be our third book, is January and February. There's a book called The Path Between the Seas, The Creation of the Panama Canal, 1870 to 1914. That book is 698 pages, so there are 2 months scheduled for it, and it was published in 1977. The next book will be in March 2025, It's called Mornings on Horseback, and I am so looking forward to this. It's about Theodore Roosevelt, and I don't know what else, but it's going to be awesome. March 2025. It is 445 pages and published in 1981. The next book after that is, there's a break. April 2025 is a break month. And then May 2025 is a book called Brave Companions, Portraits in History. It's a shorter book at only 240 pages. It contains a collection of short biographies that he wrote of important people that he thought were worth profiling. And it was published in 1991. That's interesting. There's like a break of 10 years between the publication of Mornings on Horseback and Brave Companions. So I guess he took a break. I'm sure he was busy writing during that time. And then after that, there is going to be the biggest book of all. It is in June and July 2025. The book is Truman. Who knew there was that much to say about Truman? It is 1,120 pages. It'll take us at least 2 months to get through. And some of us are slower readers. I would be one of them. And it would take me at least 2 months to get through. So the year that was published was 1992. And then the month after that, August 2025, is a break month. And the next thing on the schedule is, there's just one book for the next section. It is John Adams, scheduled for September and October of 2025, 751 pages, published in 2001. And I've heard this is a very good book from somebody who has already read it. So then after that, November and December is a break because, of course, those who have holidays have things to do at that time. And then we would take this up again in January 2026 and read 1776. Some of us have already read it, but we can always, reread it, or we can skim it, or just refresh our thoughts on what we had read before, or just skip it, whatever you feel best about. So 1776 is only 386 pages, and it was published in 2005. I thought that book was well worth reading. And then there are some optional books. I should say there are 3 optional books in here. 2 of them are like less than 50 pages, and that's because they were lectures that have been caught on tape, I guess, and preserved on Audible or on Kindle. And one of them is something called Collecting History, and it is a collection of source documents. It isn't really one of his history books, but it's like a collection of letters and other things that he appreciated as source documents for his writing. And that's 1,000 pages, so it's optional. I'm not going to include that as one of our books that we should read on this read-along. So the next book is an interesting book. It's scheduled for February and March 2026, and is called The Greater Journey, Americans in Paris. And this is the only book that he wrote about, overseas matters, but it is Americans in Paris. So he sticks close to the American history. It is 558 pages, so I scheduled 2 months for it. Anything over 500 pages, I scheduled 2 months. And this one was published in 2011. After that, in April 2026, there's a break. And then the last 3 books are all under 500 pages. And I just made them all consecutive months, May, June, and July. So May 2026, the Wright brothers is scheduled. I'm sure we're all interested in reading more about the Wright brothers, right? That is 320 pages, and it was published in 2015. So June 2026, The American Spirit, Who We Are and What We Stand For. It's a collection of speeches, and it's only 176 pages, published in 2017. And then the last book, July 2026, The Pioneers, the heroic story of the settlers who brought the American ideal west. 352 pages, published in 2019, and I have already read that one. It was worth reading. It is about the settlement of Ohio by the pioneers, very interesting in multiple ways. And so that's it. That's the whole schedule. Like I said, you can download a PDF copy of that over on my blog, lindajomartin.com. And I would really love to have more people join in. There will probably be some kind of a group like we haven't decided exactly which kind of group we want yet. It might be Voxer, it might be Goodreads, it might be Discord. I don't know yet. But the event doesn't start until August, so that gives everybody a little bit of time to get ready by getting the first book, if you don't already have it. So that's it. That is the event, and sure hope a lot of people will want to participate because it's been something I've been wanting to do. I love the idea of reading an author's entire catalog of books from the very beginning to the very end, just because I like to know more about what their writing career was like. So talk to you later. Let me know what you think.